Everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern. I am here with Michelle Bennett, the studio manager of the Wella World Studio, and if you want to get the sign, brand new right here in New York City at the corner of Broadway and Houston. And what an exciting gig for you.
Thanks, Maggie. It's great. We've got a few things going on today, so let's take a walk in here and see what's going on in our Studio One room.
Okay. So what's really cool about this is it's just a week old. I mean, you opened a week ago and already you're flying. So what's going on in here?
We've got a full house today. So in here you'll see we've got our razor cutting program going on with Nicole, one of our top artists. And she's basically just giving them a rundown of how to do essential razor cutting. So they're using a guarded razor and just learning a bunch of different techniques with mannequin hair and just doing a few looks for the team.
And I know you have high-level artists here because I've shot with Nicole, and Diana Macaluso is here also, and she did our cover of the January 2013 issue. So, I mean, these people are learning from big cheeses.
Absolutely, and they're part of our family, so that's what it's all about. It's a home for hairdressers.
Okay, cool. So we're looking out on Broadway that way, and then what's going on in this room over here?
So in this room, if you'll follow us, we've got a special event going on right now, and this is where we have a launch party for Clairol. And Clairol is launching their new color called Flare. So this just really shows the versatility of the space. So we've literally taken a salon and we've turned it into an event planning space. So Clairol is here today launching Flare permanent hair color with their editors, such as Maggie.
Which is why I'm here. And it's the coolest thing. And if you see this, are you going to keep this here, this beautiful?
Actually, the Clairol team is going to keep that. So this is some graffiti art done by Two Fly, which is a graffiti artist that they brought in because it's all about like kind of female power and just her strong statement with bold colors and really capturing that female character.
And I got to interview her. Two Fly is too cool. That's my new saying.
That's one of the joys of living in New York. You have graffiti artists right at your fingertips, and just it just helps bring that artistry level.
And do you always have great-looking guys here serving stuff?
We've actually had some great-looking guys the past couple weeks doing some catering events. You saw the launch event, and we had some guys kind of a little more revealing with their clothes today. It's for daytime attire, so they're fully dressed today. And then this overlooks Broadway Street is what we have here, and we're on the third floor up in the air. So
very cool. So what ordinarily would you be doing in this room? It would be an event space?
This is more hands-on classrooms that we have going on in here. Sorry, you got it.
Oh, no.
Typically, on an average day, it would be more like 3 different seminars going on for hairdressers. So we could have razor cutting going on, we could have a color class going on, and we could have like an updo class going on. So it's more the flexibility of the space and to be able to have multiple programs going on just for the hairdressers. Do you want to take a peek?
Yeah, we want to see everything. So right here is a hangout. This is your lounge area. And when I met with Sal and Adil, both of them said that they want this to be a place where salon professionals could come and hang out and just be part of the salon world. And I was looking at some of your books over there. You've got books by Patrick Cameron and key makeup artists and stuff. Yeah, tell us about it. In fact, I'll give this to you, and you just take us on a tour.
Okay, sounds good. One of my favorite books over there is actually Kevin Aucoin. He was one of my favorite makeup artists in the past, and he's taught me a lot of great makeup tips. So that's kind of our library. It's all of us here in the studio have donated books, and we picked out books to specially feature. So it's everything from architecture to hair, just creativity. This area is, like you said, it's our lounge area. A lot of hairdressers just come and hang out with us. We have free Wi-Fi for them to be able to get on the internet, do their social media blogging and things like that. And then we also have the product displays to kind of show best-in-class product set up to be able to showcase the products in salons. Nora is one of our front desk support team members, and she's actually just finishing up the Sebastian display that you see there as well. Here on the wall is where we'll feature our work. We have our Instagram account going up from Wella Education, and then we also have the time and the weather, because the weather does change here in New York, so that way our attendees know what to prepare for outside.
Cool.
This is another seating area that we have where we have iPads that are for the customers to be able to use as well. So with that, they can log on, check their accounts or whatever they need to do, check their flights if they're traveling in. And then this area is really kind of become the center or the heart, if you will, of the studio. A lot of times they get a small lunch break in between their classes and their workshops, so they are able to hit the streets and get the New York lunch that they want to choose from, and then they're able to come back here and they just have lunch together. So it's kind of like a cafeteria, for lack of a better word. But
I want to point out the lighting, because I was fortunate enough to see your Frankfurt studio, which has the coolest lighting, and it's similar but where they have messages, but it's a similar feeling, but this is so New York. And the table is great. Oh my God, I love it here.
Yeah.
This is so great. And I just want to point out before we move
Absolutely.
on, the floor. You've got to check out the floor. I think is pretty spectacular, and it's also very New York.
Yeah, it's that we wanted to keep that real concrete feel, if you will. So we literally just sanded it down. So this is like 30-year plus concrete that you're seeing here in the making, where we just kept its real natural and texture roots to it. My other favorite thing here, I have a lot of favorites, is the Wall of Fame that we like to call it. So this is where we feature a lot of our artists. You'll see our studio team as well is featured up there with the artwork that they've done, and the makeovers that they've done as well. So here's where we'll be able to feature artists that are upcoming, as well as our own studio family with their work of art too.
So it's going to be, it's a fluid exhibit. You'll be changing things. Okay, cool.
Absolutely. It's already changed since last week.
I see where I'm heading next is into, come on, you can check this out. This is an art class.
So this is actually our watercolor class that we have. So it's really teaching hairdressers how to use watercolor techniques with our watercolor artist, Jenya, that you see on stage. And then she is really teaching them how to use different watercolor techniques. And in this class, they're able to first do a day of painting, and then tomorrow they will take those same techniques and apply it to models and workshop. And it really helps them understand the different mediums of hair color that we have, because we have permanent hair color, we have demi-permanent, we have translucent hair color. So they're able to use watercolor and see and kind of think outside the box, and how am I going to take that to my clients and bring them something new as well.
That's so great. Anything else down this way, or?
It's pretty much the rest, no pun intended, is the restrooms. So we have just the water fountain that we have down there, as well as just a little community area for the employees as well. So
great.
and the exciting freight elevators down there too.
And I know you moved to New York for this. Here, I'll take this back. I know you moved to New York, so we're just so happy to have you here. And congratulations on being in such a cool place. It's really an honor for us to come. And
It's an honor to have you here too. So thanks, Maggie, for coming in and checking out the Clairol, and then checking out our watercolor
Well, I'm going to go take an
class.
art class. I'm going to go sneak in there. And again, thanks so much, and congratulations to everybody.
you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.